All right. This one's a Black Myths podcast, which is an extension of Black Medium. I'm the host here, Goldwell.
With your boy, the co-host, Electronic Jack, a.k.a. Linwood Storm, a.k.a. the Mac with the facts of Black Grindhouse. Yes, sirree. And today we are going to be reading African Myths.
That's right. We're doing a little bit of a quickie here. Just going to do one story each, and then we're going to head out of here. So, I'm going to go
ahead. A little bit of a quickie. All right, you going first?
I'm going first with Ale in the Burial of the Dead from the Igbo/Nigeria region or religion.
Reach.
All right. Everything comes from Allah, the earth goddess, the spirit of fertility. She is mother and God. She was the daughter of Chi, Chuku, the supreme being, the originator of the gods and creator of men and beasts. Though he created human souls, Chi is a distant god. It is Allah, the mother of Igbo people, who is close to them. Allah is the most cherished and important of the gods. She made the earth and then assured the peoples of the earth would live under her protection. Also, she's the queen of the underworld. She rules the ancestors who are buried in the earth. She is the goddess of the earth, responsible for the place where humans live and plant their crops. She is the goddess of fertility, making the seed in the womb grow into a child, and she gives it life, then remains with it during its life, accepting it when its life is ended. When the earth emerged out of the chaos, Allah decreed that when any man died, he should be buried there. From her womb, she bore the earth. When the dead are buried, they turn to earth. The people believe that they are one body with Allah. The mother of a big bird called Agbogu, the hornbill, died. In those days, Allah was not present, so Agbogu couldn't find no place to bury his dead mother. As he flew about, he carried her body on his back, making a grave for her on his head. This is why the hornbill has a mound on his head to this day. Agbogu flew over the water, seeking a resting place for his mother, but he found none. Then he saw a woman and man, both very big. They were swimming in the water, creating something. Land began to appear. When this land had become expansive, Allah was heard crying out, "When a man dies, let him be buried here." And she stretched her own body over the land. Agbogu had found a burial place for his mother. And that's it. All right, it's a pretty short story. I think it was interesting that she's like the god of everything. She's the god of fertility. She's the god of life and death.
She's who you need to pray to when your little boys aren't working.
Basically.
Your little swimmers aren't getting through the pipes.
I mean, you know, I figures you'd have to ask permission. I mean, I thought it was an interesting. I mean, it went into the hornbill bird. Is that like a bird that's indigenous to Africa?
I'm not sure. Look that one up.
Let me see. Hornbill. African gray hornbill. Oh, yeah. It's got a little divot on its head. That's so weird. What is that? Let's see. Oh. This has got this. I don't know what else over there. Huh?
I see you deleting tabs.
No, I don't know what you mean.
I see you.
So yeah, that was really interesting. I thought that was.
It was really interesting. I saw a certain tab. Is that a fucking porn folder?
Huh? There's actually no porn in there. It's just a troll name.
I don't believe you. I don't, you know what? I'm not kink shaming. I keep my shit in an external hard drive. Cool.
Like I said, I wouldn't just leave it out in a folder called porn for everybody to see, obviously.
How does your girl feel about that when she goes on your computer? You know, that's what they do. They be like, hey, I need to check my Facebook or something slick like that.
I already told her that there's actually nothing. We actually seen what's in the folder. It's a bunch of comic book shit, but Like I said, there's no porn.
I don't. What's the point? Okay, you know what? I don't think I want to go inside your head any too longer.
Like I said, I do that shit. Make sure people don't actually snoop around in my files. All right, your turn.
Okay, so my story. I don't know where to place this book. We're gonna be like the Reading Rainbow shit or something. The Cat's Tale from the Swahili-speaking peoples of East Africa. All right. At a place called Lamu lived a woman and her husband. One day, whilst they were at a meal, a cat came in and looked at them. Now, these two people loved to disagree with each other. So that woman said to the man, I say that the tail of a cat is stuck. Oh, wait 1 second. I read this fucking story. It's the one with the cat, you know, with the whether the tail is stuck in the cat or.
Man, I don't remember this one, but I'm pretty sure you probably have read it.
We read. I remember it because it was like is the tail stuck in or is it stuck out? Like I'm like,
oh,
we were like, what the hell? Okay.
Yeah, philosophical question.
Yeah, it was a philosophical question that didn't make any sense. So I'm gonna pick another story because I have a lot of stories of the pretty. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, folks.
Fucking up.
We've read a lot of stories for this podcast of the pretty stranger who killed the king from southern. Did we? No, we read this one too. It's the one where the woman sneaks into the place and then, damn.
And then, yeah, I think like the head starts talking. Jeez.
We've done a lot of these stories.
I mean, we're running out of time, sir. Don't you have somewhere to be?
I have at least 19 minutes. What are you trying to get rid of me or something?
I mean, no.
Do you have another co-host? Do you have another co-host that?
I mean, I'm trying to.
You're trying to get rid of me,
huh?
Just like every other woman in my life.
Oh, fuck you too.
All right. I can randomly pick a story, but it'll be like a long ass story.
Yeah, just can't find a short one.
We've been reading short stories for the majority of this podcast because we don't like reading. You know how black folks are. All right.
That was racist.
So
apologize.
King Katamba, Kiasiba, and the Kingdom of Death. And now we're talking. Okay. Now we're talking the Kingdom of Death.
Make sure we haven't read this one right, yeah?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Muted myself. Yeah,
Katamba was a chief who lived at Kasanji. He lost his head wife, Queen Huango, and mourned for many days. Not only did he mourn himself, but he insisted on his people sharing his grief. My village, too. No man shall do anything therein. The young people shall not shout. The women shall not pound. No one shall speak in the village. His headmen remonstrated with him, but Katamba was obdurate and declared that he would neither speak nor eat, nor allow anyone else to do so, till his queen was restored to him. Restored? The bitch is dead. Okay. The headmen consulted together and called in a doctor, Kim Bananda. Having received his fee, first a gun and then a cow. Oh, see, we invented guns, all right? And heard their statement of the case, he said, all right, and set off to gather herbs. These he pounded in a medicine mortar, and having prepared some sort of decoction, ordered the king and all the people to wash themselves with it. He next directed some men to dig a grave in my guest house at the fireplace, which they did, and he entered it with his little boy, giving two last instructions to his wife to leave off her girdle, i.e., to dress negligently, as if in the morning. Ooh, okay.
Oh,
and
shit, we getting saucy.
And to pour water every day on the fireplace. Then the men filled in the grave. The doctor saw a road open before him. He walked along it with his boy till he came to a village where he found Queen Muhongo sitting, sewing a basket. He saw him approaching. He saw him approaching and asked, "Whence comest thou?" Was this story written by a white boy? Like,
It sounds
thou?
pretty colonial.
Thou. Yeah, I'm like,
Oh man, this is post-colonial Africa.
first y'all ruin our sports and then y'all ruin our stories. Okay. He answered in the usual form demanded by native politeness, "Thou thyself I have sought thee."
Can you read it? Not my fault you chose the only white story.
Are they whitewashing our stories now? What the?
Who's the author? Is it Arthur?
There's no
Jeffrey? Jacob?
"Since thou art dead, King Katamba will not eat nor drink nor speak. In the village they pound not, they speak not," he says. "If I so talk, if I eat, go ye and fetch my head wife. That is what brought me here. I have spoken." The queen then pointed out a man seated a little way off and asked the doctor who he was. As he could not say, she told him, "He is Lord Kalunga Nambe." I'm just going to say that. "He is always consuming us all." Directing his attention to another man who was chained, she asked if he knew him. And he answered, "He looks like King Katamba, who I left where I came from." It was indeed Katamba, and the queen further informed the messenger that her husband had not many years to live, and also that here in Kalunga never comes one here to return again. She gave him the armlet, which had been buried with her, to show to Katamba as a proof that he had really visited the abode of the dead, but enjoined on him not to tell the king that he had seen him there, and he must not eat anything in Kalunga. Otherwise, he would never be permitted to return to earth. Meanwhile, the doctor's wife had kept pouring water on the grave. One day, she saw the earth beginning to crack. The cracks opened wider, and finally, her husband's head appeared. He gradually made his way out and pulled his small son up after him. The child fainted when he came out onto the sunlight, but his father washed him with some herb medicine and soon brought him to. Next day, the doctor went to the headman, presented his report, was repaid with 2 slaves, and none of y'all better be talking this shit like, "Oh, we had slaves." They were indentured servants, all right? If we own black folks in Africa, they were indentured servants, meaning that they could leave at any time. They would just be shot in the back. Anyway.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
The headman told Katamba what he had said and produced the token. The only comment he is recorded to have made on looking at the omelet. As truth, it is the same. We do not hear whether he countermanded the official mourning, but it is to be presumed he did so, for he made no further difficulty about eating or drinking. Then after a few years, he died, and the story concludes, they wailed the funeral, they scattered. The end.
I'm not sure what happened.
Do I have to read it again?
So who died and how?
The queen died, the wife, right?
Right.
And I'm assuming that they were going to resurrect the queen, and the queen, was resurrected. The queen was like, "Yo, he been here, like here's proof that he visits the grave, but let me go back."
And then her husband popped out of the grave, and I was like, this reads like
it popped out of the grave with the son. Yeah.
This reads like a whole stream of consciousness. I was just like,
it's like an African horror story.
I just kept trying to keep up, and I'm like, wait, where am I at?
Here in Kalunga never comes one here to return again, So they're basically saying, yo, you can't come back from the dead. We haven't discovered that technology yet. But then black folks be like, of course, Africans be like, man, We are ahead of time itself. All right, we on that shit. We can bring back the dead.
I mean, I guess like a lot of African myths have a lot of resurrection going on. My story just had resurrection.
That's because
too.
we've been resurrecting black folks. All right, we've been resurrecting them.
And when they come
And
back,
you know
they
what?
have the third eye open.
I think what's his name? The black cop who was the black cop who turned on the other cops. Christopher Dorner. I think he's still alive.
He was resurrected.
I think he was spoken to by an African god in his sleep, and he was like, "Yo, you working from them crackers? You know them crackers sold us into slavery?" And then Christopher Dorner was like, "You're right. I gotta do something about it." Then he starts popping off at cops. They track him to this the shed. I think it was a shed or a small kind of house. Set it on fire, but it was a part of his plan because he knew that he could resurrect himself with the herbs.
That's
why he lives on.
That's a plausible. That is completely
very plausible.
Spread that around Facebook.
No. That's they would assassinate me. It's like Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi in the AIDS medicine.
You know they're coming after Nick Cannon next.
They already been coming after Nick Cannon. After Nick Cannon exposed those.
It's character assassination.
The race that we respect, of course. Yeah, we respect our J-word overlords.
It's complete character assassination. There's nothing wrong with what Nick Cannon said.
Nothing at all.
You know,
like if you really think about it, white people are technically mutations.
Right. You know, I learned a lot from the University of Facebook and Dr. Umar.
Like if you look into their genetics, they're actually reverse of what we are. Think about that.
Yeah, this is completely verified.
Why is it that black folks dominate sports, math, chess, whatever? Think about that.
Oh, man. You got me open in my third eye here.
Exactly, man.
Right? Whew. Too spicy.
You too can float if you try.
Jump off a roof.
And you know the real reason
Vince Staples told me that.
You know the real reason why the government wants us wearing masks,
especially
why is that? Black folks?
Oh.
Because they don't want us to say, "Hey, I'm innocent." We will say it, and the mask will be blocking it, and they'll be like, "I didn't hear a damn thing." Pow, pow, pow. Boom. On the ground. Because they can plausible deniability. We couldn't hear you through the mask, nigger.
Well, this has been a very special edition. I mean, he's generally just special. Some pretty interesting stories about the dead. So, let's go ahead and wrap this up. This has been Black Myths with Cold Will.
And your co-host, Electronic Jack, a.k.a. Linwood Storm, a.k.a. the Mac with the Facts of Black Grindhouse.
A.k.a. your number one conspiracy theorist.
I have proof. I can't tell you. I can't tell you on the cast, but after the cast, I can share the information with you.
Oh, got you.
Because if I tell you on the cast, then they're gonna come where I live, and they're gonna.
Are you telling me to do my research?
I'm just saying that the research that I have discovered, you can't find on Google. You just can't. You could probably find it on the dark web, maybe, but like come to me and I'll share.
That's a reliable source, like 4chan or 8chan.
Neither.
Oh,
unless
Reddit.
You're looking for some futa porn on there.
Not particularly, no. not particularly. But anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. Pay attention in the future, guys. There's gonna be some solo videos of African myths.
You're not gonna reveal what you've been working on?
No.
Not in this one? Okay.
Nope. It is gonna be a surprise.
But you got something coming. You got something coming, y'all.
I do have something coming. Like I said, there's gonna be a solo vid and a couple more solo vids without him.
They're the most boring videos of all time.
Oh.
You need me.
That's what you think.
I sound like an abusive husband.
That's what you think. What, you're the only one that's gonna love me?
Okay. I'm the only one who will cherish you.
Everybody loves me.
They all don't. They don't understand you like I do.
I don't understand you, so I can live without you. Go on, get out. You dumb, stupid animal.
I'm taking half.
I ain't got nothing, so half is zero. I can give you that gladly.
It's a simple multiplication.
Bam, right there. Even though that's
Like
division.
Kanye said, you know, can't read.
That's probably why you were doing all those conspiracy theories, because you listen to Kanye. Is
I don't even
Candace
like
Owens your
Kanye. I don't
spirit
even like
animal?
Kanye. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yo, she must got egg on her face. We've been telling her, but okay.
Stupid motherfucker.
They even invited I was like, I heard they invited that couple, that GTA couple.
Yeah, they added them, and yep, no Candace Owens. Oh well,
All
better
that
luck
tap
next
dancing for
time,
nothing.
tap dancer. Get fucked.
All that you black people need to straighten up.
All
All
right,
that for
deuces,
nothing.
people.
It's okay, baby. I'll turn